from this because I was like, just
What's new?
legit just scraping for fucking details. But let's see. Zook is fucking pissed off. He does not have good vibes on this imp. Who was sent by some boss, and he lays out his hand for proof of death. If you kill Mortlock and Amric, we'll release her friends. We also get confirmation that Reya is dead, and like dead, like for sure, haunted dead, dead AF, as Murko would say. We try and press him for information about his employer, and we don't really get anywhere initially. And then he acquiesces and, reveals that the brother of Mortlock wants us to kill Mortlock and Amric. The only other brother who's not Mortlock and Amric wants them dead. I asked in this point, like, seeing demonkind is very strange, very shocking. It's not really a part of this world that we're used to. And the imp reveals that their boss has captured multiple of our friends. We have Yale, and Matthias is pissed. And the imp poofs around and teleports behind you in a... Anyways. And allegedly, the imp says that his boss has plans for Gale if we don't do this contract, which is very ominous. Matthias is rarely phased, other than being grumpy, so he's angry and pleading in this moment, asking for our help in a very un-Matthias way, and it was like, damn. And the imp gives us this contract, reveals that Morlock and Amric are involved with the cultists, and are the murderers, the culprits for this refugee slaying, and he doesn't appear to be lying. Let's see. In the bathhouse, Mortlock is here, and then we revealed the way to get down into the dungeon beneath the bathhouse with this secret lever. We kill Mortlock down in the dungeon, and then the imp will lead us to Amric. And Matthias basically is super bullish, understandably, and says he's taking it and doesn't expect the rest of us to go. And Matthias says that Yale is the reason that he left his hometown. Zook studied fiends and doesn't trust them. Pretty reasonable. Matthias so excellently says, if it came down to it, I would have walked into hell for him. We love that. We hope that this quote remains in our minds in the next 20 sessions. Anyhow, Matthias takes the contract, symbols burned into his hand. It's revealed that Mortlock also has, or not Mortlock, the brother who's the boss of this imp also has Koi. The imp's name is Grak, and the third brother, who's the imp's boss, is named Thurswell. He doesn't really know much more about his master's intentions other than this charge. And apparently we made a lot of noise when we were around town, and they basically hoodwinked Koi and Yale, abducted them off the street, which is pretty gnarly. And apparently the people who killed Reya are also of these cults in this dungeon. Jens is suspicious of the fine print of this contract and is curious about how Zook knows these fiends, or knows things about fiends. Then we walk in and fuck it up. We go into the dungeon. We come up to 3 symbols on the floor. 3 symbols, one for each cult: the cult of the Dead Three, the cult of Baal, and the cult of Bane, which is associated with Murko.
So
I remember what Murko is.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I thought it was Bane, Baal, and Murko, and those are the Dead Three.
You would be correct.
Bane, Baal, and Murko.
Yeah, Bane, Baal, and Murko, and those are the 3.
All right.
Wait, but I thought the cult of the Dead Three also had their own symbol.
No, they are all the Dead Three together. Bane, Baal, and Murko are the Dead Three, but they have their own specific cults, because they're all gods of different things.
Okay.
From what I'm tracking, at least. I mean, unless I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Fuck the noise outside my house. Let's hope I don't hear that again, IRL.
They're here for you.
It was just the cultists. Yeah, exactly.
Classic.
When Matthias grabs the handle to the door, a voice in his mind plays, "Yes, yes, come closer," which is not creepy at all. Don't like that at all. Brant pulls off a piece of the wall. It's a loud noise. Very Brant.
To. He did not succeed.
I still don't get that one. What was it?
The spider, captained by Lysander, sees several fully armored people in the next room. Let's see. So we see a woman similar to, kind of like dressed in the attire that is alike to the first folks we face in the forest. So this appears to be a cultist of Bane. And we also see someone in this next room that has their flesh being peeled back from their bones. I am now, as this is revealed, some internal monologue that I think is worth sharing is that in the beginning, there was light, and then there was lore, and that lore is that these cultists are trying to use treasure to raise a dead dragon, and that treasure is meant to be taken away to the north to High Moor, allegedly to raise a dead dragon. And we are also, in finding that note from that initial cultist exploration before Elturel got spirited away, there's this mention of the Queen's treasure, which is also somewhere perhaps in this dungeon. That was some internal monologue that was happening during this fight for me. And the cultists, we fucked them up. As they die, they say Bane will absolve us all. And it's not creepy at all. And then we are encountering these fellas. Murko sees a rather large guy in full plate armor and a woman carrying a dagger dripping in blood, with an interesting scar on her face. And they're nasty and wild. And there is writing etched into the skin of a man who is on this altar in this next room, from presumably the dagger of the woman. Murko recognizes this as a black steel knife, an extremely rare metal that's coveted, silent, dark, non-reflective, that makes no noise when striking other objects or creatures, and the blood is clinging to it, which is lovely. We learned that I think the man's name, this like mini boss, is named Yignath, and the girl's name is Kazira. Kazira stabs Murko. We fight them. In Murko's mind, after he sees the dead body with the inscription on it, and he's taken back to an image of him on a ship, someone writing something into his skin, inserting liquid into that skin, and he sees a familiar symbol of a pyramid with a skull in the middle on the sail, which is presumably the cult of the Dead Three. And Murko is terrified by that, understandably. And we kill them. Let's see. Cade picks up that Yignath says something infernal as he dies. Murko then loses his shit and stabs Yignath over and over, which is also still understandable. Brant pulls the skin off the face of Yignath as he pulls out his helmet. Excellent. Cade recognizes that in this body of this person on this altar, that his what is inscribed is an infernal. Jens tries to spare the dying, and so we're able to actually speak with this guy, if not but for a moment. He says, "They tortured me. They wrote these things on me. Why? My name is Klim Yasso. I was with my bodyguard when they were killed. I don't know where I am." And then Cade so lovingly translates the message in his way, and that message is, "In the name of Bane, we offer adulation to Zariel, Archduchess of Avernus. We give the blessing of one god to another. We give the blessing of the unholy conquest of Eltergard. In the name of Bane, we offer adulation under the fear and tyranny in her name." Some shit very close to that. That was not the copy paste. That was what I wrote down. Upon Cade reading this, the man is then burned alive from his eye sockets. This saddens Jens, and that's where we ended session.
Very well done. You can definitely take inspiration for that, my friend.
Only they stacked.
Ask, I forgot. What should I put that helmet as in my inventory? I didn't ask about that session.
Yes. Remind me again. What you're talking about?
The helmet he burned the dude's head out of.
Yignath
Yeah.
helmet.
Yeah.
Yes. Just denoted as Yignath's helmet.
Okay. Is it just a regular helmet?
As far as you're aware, as of now, yes.
Okay.
Nothing particularly special about it at the moment. Minus the fact that it has like skin like on the inside.
No, I got rid of that.
It did have skin on the inside.
How do you spell his name?
Yignath.
Yignath.
What he said.
Why? You talked over each other. I didn't hear it.
Like that.
The other copy paste is in DIA important.
Your
Thank you. That's all.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
Aye,
Thank you, Flash.
Captain. I can't hear you.
Aye, Captain.
Wondrous. Yes, we do come back to all of you making your way after finding the horrendous death of Clem Yasso in front of your eyes as you read the symbols out loud and speak what you had seen into existence, essentially. As you all stand around the now burning eye sockets and the lifeless corpse of Clem Yasso, you do find yourselves back in the dungeon.
Lysander, are you out of your damn mind? What did you just do?
I didn't think that would happen.
What do you mean? You just killed him.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's
He's an innocent man. He's being tortured. What's wrong with you?
I don't think that was a Lysander. I think
interesting time to take the high road here, Murko.
Well, listen, now I got the priest who doesn't know any fucking priestly things telling me that you didn't kill the guy with some chant that you pulled out of your ass. Where'd you get that?
It's inscribed on his chest. You saw it.
It's inscribed in some demonic language. How'd you know that? How can you read it?
I can't read it myself.
It's awfully convenient. Now you're illiterate after you killed the guy
What?
with the demonic chant, huh?
I got a voice that talks to me and tells me about it. It reads
You
for
got
me.
voices that talk to you. You killed torture victims with demonic chants. Murdering police officer.
I'm fairly aware that you all can hear it as well.
What now?
No.
Hear what?
Good voice.
The voice.
No voice.
Never mind. Let's just continue.
Wait, what do you mean? Let's just continue.
When it comes up, just try and listen for it.
It's just
Maybe you'll
come
hear
up.
it.
You just murdered a man. Am I the only one who saw this go down? I mean, he erupted in flames after Lysander read his Bible verse from the Antichrist. What is going on here?
Well,
That is enough.
I don't agree with Murko. I don't
We are
actually
finished
agree with
here.
Murko in terms of ethics, but I'm on his side for this one. What the fuck?
I really don't think that was like a Lysander curse or anything. I didn't sense any arcana thing going on.
Have you seen me do this to anyone
That
else?
it would be a smart move to read that directly in front of him.
Right. Next time I'll just keep it to myself and leave you all in the dark, if that's what you would prefer.
Just
Well, we're
write it
still in the
down.
dark.
I cast light.
There's torches all around us.
It's not dark in here.
It's pretty
Would you
dark in
actually
here.
like to cast light, Jens?
I would like to cast light. This is something that Jens would do.
All right. Are you casting it on yourself?
Yeah.
Wondrous.
The bottom line is, I didn't know that would happen.
I don't think that it's reasonable to imagine that he could have known. I didn't know.
All right. Well, next time he recites a haiku and you blow up in flames, I'm going to say the same thing, Jens.
Maybe next time you just read it in your head and then, just give us the cliff notes.
Good idea.
Jens, didn't you already cast light?
But I uncast it. I
You
turned
what?
it off.
You-
Turned it off.
Is that even possible? I don't think actually you can turn it off. I think it literally lasts until the spell ends.
That's a scam. All right, then
Yes.
I'm not gonna cast
It
light.
lasts
That's
for
not...
1 hour and you cannot turn it off. You can attempt to cover the object.
Rifle it for sure.
If you cast it again, does it turn off the original one or just
It does not.
interesting?
What what did he cast it on?
Wait, no, the spell ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action.
There you go.
Interesting.
I can just make light. We don't need that. I can just do that for you.
What?
Well,
He can do it too,
If it was
though.
dark in here, I
Let him do the bit.
Wait, I still got my goggles on though, and Jens cast this light and just burns my fucking eyes out. Yeah.
Flashbang sound.
DM, is there anything about what Lysander said before the guy blew up in flames that I recognize or know? Does it have any effect on me?
It doesn't have any effect on you necessarily, but go ahead and roll me a religion check. With the 20, Murko, do you distinctly remember this kind of speech pattern? And you remember it was, you've heard it around the city. Multiple times, actually. Not necessarily what he said, but just the kind of language itself. You would know, looking at it, you would be able to tell that this is some type of weird language that is only used by what you would assume is cultists, but specifically cultists and kind of infernal focus cultists, people who believe in the 9 hells, for example.
Okay.
I see you move down a little bit there, Matthias. As you come around, you do see a door at the end of this hallway.
You all are quite finished. I think I found our way forward.
I'm actually
yeah,
not
we're-
finished. Go ahead, Brant.
No, I was just gonna say, while we're talking, I'm just going to cast a Cure Wounds on myself
Certainly.
because I need it.
Before we leave, can I inspect the body of the woman, and particularly that dagger?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
I'm gonna take the dagger, but I'm cautiously looking at it before I do that. Does it look actively? I rolled a check already that confirmed I'm familiar with the type of dagger that it is. Knowing what I know, would I know that it's relatively safe to pick up?
I mean, you don't in particular think that black steel daggers are, like, like they're just it's just a material, right? It's not necessarily that black steel daggers are bad in origin. However, you do know that black steel daggers, like, due to the essence, right? They're dark, silent, non-reflective. They're typically used by the bad types of people, people who don't want to be seen. Um, but as to like this dagger being dangerous in any type of way, I would say you wouldn't know. You can
Okay.
check it for inscriptions or something if you like.
No, I'll just take it.
Certainly. You now have a black steel dagger.
And then I'd also like check her body if there's any like I don't know, any notes on her gold or anything like that before I leave.
Yeah, the woman, correct?
Correct.
While I'm over here by the altar, I'm gonna take the direwolf pelt that I have. I'm gonna cover the guy with it, and I'm gonna take him with me.
You're taking the body
get
of
the fuck out of here.
of the guy who just burned alive.
Yeah.
You certainly can do so. You're going to have it's going to be basically like difficult terrain for you, but you can certainly bring him with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do that until we start to hear stuff, and then I'll put him down. But I would like to take him out of here.
We can get him on the way out. Leave him there.
Okay, I'll leave the pelt over him.
Noticing Brant do that, I sort of look at him and nod in sort of like appreciation.
I was gonna close his eyes, but I mean,
They're gone.
You gotta wear eyes to close, baby.
Eye sockets burned.
Gotta have eyelids.
just put my hands over them.
Put a couple coins.
I want to follow Matthias into
That's
the
very
hole.
nice. Into the hole. By the way, Will, Mira says I.
Oh my god. Hello.
Story for another time, maybe. Yes, you guys
Okay,
go
I'll
down the
take it.
hallway. Are you trying to open the door, Matthias?
Once everyone is kind of, once he assumes the people that are coming are coming, then he will open.
Yeah, as long as there's nothing else on that body and behind Old Dapper.
Is there anything in that
Um,
other room that we needed to look for, or wasn't there another room?
There was a
was
room you
another
passed
one.
and dealt with some people in. Yes.
Yeah, to the left.
And there's 2 other rooms that we're gonna do.
I mean,
I'm on
Obviously.
team move forward with Matthias. He
I-
seems
I-
like he's moving and grooving.
You are free to waste your time doing whatever it is that you like. If you're coming, then let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Coming.
I'm coming.
They'll open the door.
Matthias, as you approach the door, you can you can click the thing to do the thing if you are so inclined.
They're
As you
men.
as you open the door, however, you do look inside and you see the wall and floor of the room covered with what looks like streaks and splashes of dried blood. 2 dangling bodies are shackled to each of the east and south walls. You also notice one is kind of an elderly male, and the other one appears to be a young female tiefling. They both appear to be covered in what looks like bloody gashes, and neither is moving as you kind of open the door here. You also see in the middle of the room what appears to be a sturdy wooden chair with a bloody whip draped over it. You also see underneath it appears to be a bucket half filled with salt. And kind of around it, what looks like spikes that could be potentially pushed into somebody's skin who is sitting in the chair itself.
I myself know what all of these things are for, but do you want a medicine check to see if I can't put the stuff together?
You can certainly roll me a medicine check.
Yeah, I just wanna have the information for Matthias to have a 21.
You know what this is for. You know what this room is. Jens, you also know what this room is for.
Oh, Jens also knows. Interesting.
He rolled a 25 on his medicine check.
Oh shit.
Murko's in the very back, like trying to peek his head behind everyone. What's going on up there? What do y'all find?
It's like I know I'm like still stuck in the hallway here.
Oh, I
Try
thought
not
those were
to look
enemies.
at them.
I didn't realize those were the people you talked about. Can
I'll like
go to each
approach.
one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna put a couple lay on hands points into the main.
Who are you laying on hands?
The man. Just 'cause he's
Certainly. You
closer.
how much are you putting into him?
3?
3?
Yeah, for now.
You touch his skin and it feels cold. And as you do it, there is no reaction.
I'll do a medicine check on the woman to see if she's alive or dead.
You can certainly do so. With the 12, you can hear a very faint heartbeat.
I'll cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. You hear the heartbeat stabilize.
Can I?
Yeah, go
never
ahead.
mind.
You sure?
Yeah, so they're chained up, like they're strung up with chains.
Correct.
I'm gonna just say she's still alive. She's stable now. Do we have any good way of healing her other than a healer's kit or health potion? She's alive, but unconscious.
I have an herbalism kit.
Matthias, would that be something you could use on this one if you want to?
I'm sorry.
I can come over and put a couple more lay on hands points into her. I'll do another 3.
Certainly. You see her start breathing, and she kind of like blearily opens her eyes, but they're still kind of like it's like you see somebody waking up when they're not fully awake and they're just kind of looking at you but not looking at you at the same time, and she kind of whispers out in a kind of cracked voice, I help me.
So she's like chained up.
Yes.
I'll like try and unchain her up.
Sure. As you look at the chains, you do notice that the chains have what appears to be a barb sticking through each one of her hands.
Oh my. Um. Is there Brant? Perhaps do you think you could break these chains? It's gonna be easy.
Can I look at them to see if it would be easy for me?
Certainly. You can do a we'll say this is you can either do investigation or yeah, investigation or intelligence, straight intelligence, whatever you prefer.
Can I help him out? Because I would be looking for I have a thieves tools. I'd be looking for a lock or something. Can I assist him in investigating the tools?
Certainly. Yeah, you can roll an investigation with advantage if you'd like.
Thank you. Oh,
You would tell that these don't look super sturdy. However, also as you are examining, knowing that your friend Murko is quite adept at breaking chains or getting chains unlocked, you do know that it would be possible for him to perhaps unchain this woman as well with their thieves' tools. So either seem possible, and not entirely out of the question.
I'll let Murko take a crack at it first.
Okay, yeah, I take the hint and I attempt to pick the lock.
Wonderful. Go ahead and roll me thieves' tools.
How do I roll the tools? Do I just roll from my inventory?
Yeah, so if you go into, they need to be in your equipment, and then you should be able to actually roll the actual tools. It should say like use tool in the top right hand corner when you click the thieves tool, and then you just apply your proficiency, which for you would probably be Dex. With a 13, however, you don't quite do it. You try to mess around. You hear the kind of skin peeling as the barb kind of sticks in deeper, almost as if it's not quite the thing you should be doing.
I'm a little rusty, Brant. I don't think I'm helping.
Then just check this. I'm going to try and break it to get her down.
Certainly.
And I'm going to put a augmentation charge into this.
Cool. Love to see it. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check with advantage.
Well, I gotta roll the d6 first.
True.
Can I?
Oh,
Yeah, good. Keep going.
Okay.
That does do it. You hear the cracking of the chains. You do see that the barb is still in each of her hands, which will need to be taken out.
Can I investigate the manner in which the barb is like going into her hands from the chain? Does it look like what I want to know is like, what's the right way to ask this? Was the barb like designed to be a barb, or were the chains like slammed into her hand, like barbing, like spiking her hand? Does that make sense? Like, is this like is these like barb chains that were like made to be barb chains, or was this like like they were, by blunt force put into her hands without it being
Yeah.
particularly like designed that way?
Yeah, I mean, looking at these kind of manacles, you can tell that the barb itself was like on the manacle. So almost as
Okay.
if it was very intentional design that these manacles have these barbs in them.
Okay. Thank you.
I am not confident in my ability to get those out, so I'm gonna give her some water. A water skin. Sort of sit her down on the floor.
Lysander, maybe you got a prayer that can help.
I don't know. I'm not really a religious guy, Murko.
As you give her some water, she kind of coughs and looks at you. Thank you. It's the torture. It's too much.
Torture's too much. I'm sorry. I have to go through this.
Why are you being tortured?
He wanted to know about the family that I serve.
What family do you serve?
The Othuns. I distribute wine and spirits for them throughout the city. That was last thing I remembered before I ended up here was I was in the lower city, and then the torture began. I saw Ephenax. As she weakly points to the kind of body of the other man. I saw him die. He was questioned about the Yasso family.
Can you spell that?
Yes, I can.
So the Othan is hers and Yasso is his, right?
Yes, the Othun are hers and the Yasso are his. Yep. Thank you for saving me. I could not have lasted much longer here. She, as she says this, you hear kind of a murmuring noise in her throat as she kind of spits out blood onto the ground. Jens, as you are standing over her, and now seeing her back for the first time, you do notice what looks like burn marks, but knowing the process by which salt can cause massive burns on somebody's back by basically putting salt into a wound over and over again, you would recognize that this is the kind of torture that she was put through over and over again. As you see some healed marks on her lower back that have been split open and reopened and then healed and then reopened again.
Would I know with that medicine check or an additional one, like if there's anything I could do in the moment to like ease her pain, barring ending her suffering?
You would pretty quickly know that there isn't really anything you can do, much more than what you guys are doing now, besides giving her more healing. I mean, the torture of being salt in wounds is something that is kind of nothing really that you guys can change as of now, unless you were just to heal her more.
Sure. Do I get the sense that, like, if we don't heal her more, she will die from her wounds? Like, shortly?
No, I will give you that she doesn't, with the healing that you've already given her, it doesn't appear that she's dying. She's just not
For
well.
sure. Thank you. We will come back for you. If you do not want to come with us, we are going to find those that that did this to you and take care of them.
She looks kind of scared. I don't know how to get out of this place. I feel much safer with you all. As she kind of reaches up and clings on to Brant.
Very well.
What time is it about right now? Because I don't think it'll set us back very much if we take her out of here. I mean, we got in here pretty quick, so I can't imagine taking her outside is going to take more than a couple minutes, right?
Well, we'll have to take her through the bathhouse. And, coming out of the bathhouse with, somebody that looks like that. And or various other dead bodies.
And we didn't quite clear all those other rooms, potentially.
Yeah.
So do you guys suggest we just leave her here?
Oh, no, she said she was coming with
wants
us.
to come with us. Yeah.
Okay.
She'll just hang in the back, I'm sure.
We have to take her out of the bathhouse at some point anyways.
Yeah. but I'd rather take her out of the bathhouse when we don't have to go back into said bathhouse afterwards.
Right.
There may be more survivors too.
Right.
She will pull you closer, Brant, and kind of say to you, there was something I heard. It sounded like a heavy stone door scraping, opening, and closed from time to time by what sounded like splashing footsteps. That way. And she points to the door you guys just came through.
Stone door over there. Guess we'll walk over there.
If you guys are gonna go look, can I break this guy's chains and bring him down as well? While they're starting to go investigate.
Yeah, you can certainly do so as they continue to do what they're doing, and I won't ask you for a check just because you'll probably try it enough times that it doesn't really make sense.
Okay.
You are able to get him down. He is in a similar position with kind of these, what appears to be stakes of some kind in his hands.
He's already dead, so I'm just gonna take those out.
Certainly. As you two both head down the hallway, what are you looking for?
I think breaks in the wall that seem to be a door.
Crack.
Certainly, both of you. One of you can roll with advantage, or you both can roll investigation individually.
I mean, we can just both roll it, I guess, right?
Sure.
Thank God.
You don't see anything as you guys kind of search the wall. If there is something here, it may be too hard to spot.
Well,
Is there like water on the floor?
Indeed, all this green liquid in this hallway is water.
What is this here?
Pillar?
Those are literally just pillars.
Okay.
Can I check this to see if this thing? What is this? Does it move? Is there anything special
Sure,
about
you're
it?
just looking at it, right? Correct?
I mean, I'm looking at it, but looking at it to see if there's anything. Does it look like it move? Like, first of all, what is it? I can't tell from the map, but is it like a statue? What is it?
Yeah, you see what looks to be a suit of plain plate armor missing a helm with two gauntlets on it.
anybody need plate armor?
I was just, I guess, gonna look and see if there's anything special, like to move the arms, move the legs, kind of like see if there's like a secret lever of some kind around, either on the armor or around it.
You can roll investigation for me. With a 15, you do not see anything of the type of thing you're looking for. However, you do notice something odd. The kind of gauntlets look like they're detachable.
Then I'll grab both the gauntlets and kind of yank on them. I want to yank on those suckers.
Yeah, certainly. As you do so, you all are going to be going into initiative. Congrats.
That was coming.
I need to find Yappers. Hold on, I left them back somewhere and I can't see him. There he is. For some reason, if I'm out out of view of yappers, I can't see it or grab it.
It's maybe because I don't have vision for him, but I'll remedy that.
Oh, that's fine. I had to go back to grab him, so he's in here with me.
One.
All right.
As you yank on the gauntlets, you notice something odd. They kind of like steam hisses from each one individually as it kind of detaches from the statue itself. And you see them, like both gauntlets come together and they kind of crack their knuckles as they appear to be not very happy to disturb them. Hey.
Well, the duality of Zook and Yappers right there. Nat 20 to Nat 1. That sucks. It's good. And
That's why I was all like, "What the heck?"
This one sleepy dog.
Where's that nat 20 when we were looking for the sliding wall?
Dude, if only I was top of the initiative order, I would have just go over and cast Mending, you know? No big deal. Mend the gauntlets, put them back on, you know?
Murko, you see this unfold before you. You see the gauntlets kind of crack their knuckles, and they appear to be wanting to attack Zook.
Okay. I'm gonna run over here. Step up here. I'm just gonna attack. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna use Green Flame Blade and make a rapier attack against the
Certainly
one right
can.
in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Seven.
Wonderful. You slip. The sword kind of comes and slashes you across your arm, doing 12 piercing.
Then I will cutting action. Oh no, I won't. I'll stay here and end my turn.
All right, I'll give you a choice. You either take the 12 damage or you lose your sword, your rapier.
I will drop the rapier. Yeah.
Certainly. The rapier flies off of the gauntlet and kind of slams into behind the suit of armor.
Okay.
Zook.
So it's just the gauntlets, right? It's not the armor.
It is just the gauntlets.
Being this close, I'm just gonna take my short sword and go after the one that's in here.
Certainly. Go ahead. That'll hit.
Barely.
Still hits.
No, I
go ahead.
meant I rolled a 1 on my damage. Good thing I had a +4.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check as you hit this thing.
All right. Come on, perception. Here we go.
You notice that the slash doesn't do a whole lot. It appears to just kind of like tink off the gauntlets.
All right. This is some crazy wild stuff. I don't know what's going on here, guys. these gauntlets are just they're fighting me for some reason.
I swear I didn't touch anything.
I don't know what happened. The gauntlets just came alive.
I believe you have another attack, Zook, if you'd like.
I don't think I have.
If you're dual wielding, you get an offhand.
I don't
If
think
you
I
have a
have.
short sword or a dagger or another light weapon, you can do another attack.
I mean, the only other. I mean, I have 2 short swords.
You can certainly attack with the other short sword if you'd like.
I can clink again.
You can clink again.
I mean, that's all I have. So I think I'm too close for arrows, and I don't think the arrows are gonna do anything. So
Simply would just be at disadvantage. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Very nice. Anything else for you?
that is it for me for now. I don't want to take any opportunity attacks. I'm just gonna hang out here.
Cool. Brant.
Right, I'm
You see
going
this occur?
Yeah. So I'm going to move. Can I stand on top of, like, straddling the dead guy here?
Yep.
That's cursed.
Yeah. I'm going to take my first attack against this thing. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
22 hits.
Ugh.
Okay.
And I'll just do it again.
Certainly.
The other one.
Cool. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Yeah, you slice this thing and it falls to the ground, lifeless, as it kind of clinks onto the ground here. Anything
I'll
else?
just sort of, yeah, I'll just sort of turn back to the people still in the hallway, just be like, "We've got cursed armor over here, I guess." And then that's it.
Certainly. Matthias, you have no idea what the fuck's going on, but you can roll me a perception check to see if you know what's going on. Certainly. You hear clinking armor coming from the other room,
You didn't hear me yell?
and you hear him as well.
Brant's got a little mouse voice.
That's where I'll end the turn.
Library voice is on.
Certainly. Lysander?
Yes, I will. I'll cunning action hide. Pull up and I'll take my my shot at him with my crossbow.
Does have half cover from where you're shooting, just so you know.
Can I step forward then?
You will still have half cover. Unless you
bigger
are
than-
like right here, it will still have half covered.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll blast him.
Yep. Roll damage. Certainly.
Jesus Christ. What type of crossbow is this?
Oh, the heavy crossbow. He has to
It's a
reload
heavy
it, though.
crossbow.
The one level in fighter really helped.
Anything else for you, Mr. Lysander?
Nope. I guess I'll just stay here.
Jens.
Can I see it from here?
With the amount of people around it, I would say no. You know something's happening in that corner, though.
Well, it's all in earshot, but perhaps I don't have a good view of it. You know.
Correct. You know something's there. You just can't. You don't have a good view, I would say.
Yeah, I'll move over here and assume now
You
that I have a
certainly
decent
can see
view
it from there. Yes. you
over
can certainly-
over Mr. Zook, and I'll cast Sacred Flame on it.
Certainly. Go ahead and roll.
To be used on.
DC 14 Dex save. It'll save.
All is lost.
All is lost.
Does it take half damage, or what does it do if it saves?
And it doesn't do fucking anything. It's shit
Save
spell. And then having probably heard and seen from 35 feet, the whole Murko losing his sword thing, I think I'll then like go over here and just like, you know, hand Murko my mace.
Certainly. Anything
My
else?
mace. That's all I'll do.
Cool. Gauntlet's turn. It will attempt. Oh, God. Okay. It will attempt to hit Zook. It does hit for
Disadvantage,
5
please.
damage.
Disadvantage, please.
Certainly. It will still hit. 5 damage to you, Zook.
Alright, got it.
You see the gauntlet kind of goes underneath your guard and punches you straight in the stomach. Those voice effects were actually really great. Yapper's turn.
Yappers is going to I think it only has like one attack, which is just a bite. Kind of wanted to see if I guess it would, I don't know if it would be like grappling maybe, but kind of see if he can't maybe pin it down or something. Is it like floating? What is it? Or is it connected to the suit?
It's floating.
So I kind of want to, see if Yappers can maybe like pounce on it to kind of like hold it down on the ground.
Have Yappers make me an intelligence check.
I accidentally clicked on it twice, but
Oh, love the
Is that a
-4.
-4? Jesus.
It's a wolf. Like,
Stupid
how
dog, you
smart do
made me
think
look
it is?
bad.
Yes, if Yappers would like to do so, this will be considered a grapple,
okay.
which is an
Which
athletic.
is athletic. I'll just roll strength, I guess.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the gauntlet like slips through Yapper's grasp and is able to stay afloat. Sounds like that will be it for Yappers unless he's moving.
Yappers will stay there. Yappers is thinking it's a chew toy. No, I'm just kidding.
Matthias, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh no.
You hear the sound of footsteps behind you. Murko, your turn. Or you can take your reaction to do something, if you'd like. Matthias?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to someone else. Can I see who's there?
Yeah, as you look behind you, you see Vendetta has ran off, or the woman that you saw earlier.
What the fuck?
He ran off where? How?
Opposite direction.
What is this chick doing?
He's scared.
The woman
Murko,
ran away. That's what you missed, Murko.
it is your turn.
Okay. And Yappers was not successful with his attempt to pin that thing down, I imagine.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. I have Jens's mace in my hand, which I am absolutely not proficient with. It will fail in any attempt to use it. But I also have that dagger, right? Can I procure that and try to stab it with that? Or do I have to, like, I don't know, use some sort of action to equip it or attune or something? Or can I just attack with it?
It is simply an interactive object to put it on, so it's not much of an issue. Are you attacking with the dagger or the mace?
The dagger.
Certainly. It is, for all intents and purposes, appears to be a normal dagger. It doesn't have a +1 or anything,
Cool.
so you can just roll a dagger attack.
I don't have a dagger. I'm just gonna roll a 1d20 plus proficiency in dex. Cool.
You can add a dagger literally to your inventory, by the way.
I will do that, but I'm slow.
You're all
in my
good.
head.
You're all good.
So-
Go ahead and roll the 1d20, and then add your proficiency.
Oh, there you go.
Certainly, yes. All of you see as the dagger lunges and slams into the gauntlet. You hear nothing as it slices deep into the metal of this gauntlet, skewering it in half as it falls to the ground. And you are no longer in initiative.
And my rapier's around, right? I can pick it up.
Correct. It appears to be behind the statue.
Okay, I go grab it.
That was crazy. I didn't think that was going to happen. I was just looking for the secret door.
Where's
I
Matthias?
wouldn't.
Oh, crap.
He's back in the other room. I was surprised you chose a dagger over my mace. Should I take my mace back or?
Yeah, here, take this bag. No, I appreciate it. I'm no good with these things.
Okay.
It's a little crude for my taste.
Oh.
A clumsy weapon.
Oh.
Matthias, as you chase into the hallway, you see no signs of this woman. However, you can roll me an investigation or survival check to track her. Certainly. You see that what looks like small trails of blood leading down the hallway.
He's in hot pursuit, baby.
Certainly.
You letting us know that you ran off?
No.
Yeah, Matthias, you come around the corner, you see that the blood trails are still heading down this way. You see that the blood trails appear to be leading through what looks like a door that is now closed.
How's she closing doors with her hands?
Matthias, what is your... Let me double check something. As you, are you approaching the door, Matthias?
Yeah, he'll approach.
You hear from the other side of the door what sounds like grunts and murmurs and what sounds like flesh being kind of ripped apart on the other side.
Jesus.
Oh god. She's probably transforming into something fucking awful. Or like being what is it? Immolated, like burned alive. So I kind of don't want to answer, but I'm gonna keep it in character as much as because he's pissed, so he's gonna go and kick in the door. Ah.
I'm gonna give you a sec. What are the rest of you doing as you get done with the gauntlets here?
Looking for Matthias.
I'd like to look for this door.
Yeah.
I was very intent on this door with this information.
Still be looking for the door.
Yes, you can go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Murko, if you'd like to go look for Matthias, I would say you get to the room by the time Matthias runs into the situation he's running into.
Would we hear
Okay.
Matthias leave along with this girl?
Probably not.
You certainly would not.
Okay.
I would get to this room, see that Matthias, like I'd get to the door of this room, see that Matthias isn't here, and I'd yell out to the party.
I would immediately sprint
So
over.
whatever the timing is on that.
Certainly. So Jens, it'll take you a moment to like find what you're looking for, which is right here. What looks like a secret door or a slight curvature change in the wall itself, almost as if Stonemason had made a mistake, but you recognize it not as being that. However, the rest of you are able to catch up to Murko by the time Jens is completed with his little task here.
And would I now hear like
I'm
Murko
with
call
Jens
out?
because I was also intent on trying to find this door.
Marco, what do you call out?
Yeah, the call out would have just been, Matthias is gone. Just, that's it.
Yeah, I'm not giving a shit about the door after that.
Yeah, I probably
Yeah,
would have
me
then
neither.
just followed.
Matthias, roll me a luck die, and these guys are going to have a moment.
These guys?
Oh baby, that's the
Oh,
sex.
oh,
Next number.
dude, let's go.
The luckiest number.
I don't know. Whenever you'd rather see right
Any
there,
of them
Ghost.
roll high enough to actually realize what's happening.
Should have rolled a 420
no, Matthias,
on D100.
Matthias, what you see is the woman that you had saved earlier appears to have come into this room. What looks like these shambling creatures who have their guts spilling out from them are now devouring her, literally eating her alive as she shudders, her body flinching as they're eating bits and pieces of her. They do not appear to have noticed you quite yet.
I'm gonna close the door very quietly.
You certainly can.
As we're all fucking sprinting in there loud as hell.
He'll say a quick prayer to Soon for her. Nobody deserves to die like that.
The rest of you can find your way to Matthias as you are not in initiative.
Matthias.
Yeah, I'm like booking it down this hallway. So is she still alive?
Not for long.
Matthias would have seen her twitching, but I don't know what he's going to say to you as you all roll up.
What's going on?
Your friend is dead. Sorry about that.
Walks away. What the fuck?
Should we follow you?
You all seem to be pretty intent on doing whatever it is that you want. So why don't you continue doing that while I figure out what is going on then?
I'm gonna go up to him and grab his arm. Like separate from so that when he gets far enough away.
Certainly. The rest of you can all make me perception checks, unless if you're trying to figure out what the hell's happening on the other side of the door.
I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not.
Zook and Mr. Lysander, you hear what sounds like if you ever heard a dog eat like raw meat and like smacking their lips as they do so, that's what
Yeah,
you
I've never
hear
heard that.
on the other side of this door here.
Standing.
I don't like that our DM is having so much fun with the torture episode.
We knew who he was when we joined. We knew who he was.
Billy's been writing.
I'm
his
not gonna lie to
dissertation
you,
on
I
all
did
the Saw
watch
movies.
I watched many videos to like prep myself for this.
He
What
watched Saw
videos?
600 times.
That's what I
Yeah,
just said.
Jesus Christ.
I literally watched like 6 of my favorite horror movies. So
Nice.
I guess continue walking down past Brant and Matthias having their moment.
certainly. Are the rest of you continuing to walk past Brant and Matthias as Brant stops Matthias at the door?
I
I'm
thought we
sort
were
of-
all stopping. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sort of waiting.
Yeah.
Okay. Brant, Matthias, what are you up to?
Max is like yanking his arm out of Brant's arm. Don't touch me.
Look, I know that you're concerned, but you have to realize that I'm in this with you, and I need you to work with me. I
In
just
this
signed
with
my
me. Is
soul
that what you
as
think that it
yours.
is? Is this what you think that it is? That you think you're in it with me? Is that what you believe?
Well, I just signed whatever demon pact you did, so whatever we're in it together. And I did it because you needed help. And I'm here to help you. And I need you to let me.
You're not interested in helping me. You're interested in helping yourself. I would take
What?
much more into consideration the next time that you think about helping the people who are down here, because it's already proven more trouble than it's worth. So if you want to play hero, that's between you and whatever god you worship. I am here to save someone I care about.
It lets him go.
Can I open this door while they're talking?
Mm-hmm.
Quietly open it.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh boy. It's sneaky in here.
Certainly, the door opens very quietly, not even making a whisper. However, as you look in here, go and make me a perception check.
Yes, sir. Rolling now.
Very nice. You notice this very faint smell of what smells like rotten eggs. As you look in here, you do see like much of the room has kind of fallen in with the kind of debris, mostly bearing a stone sarcophagus right here. You also notice that as you look in, this kind of smell ruminates from what looks like a kind of yellow haze that occupies this room.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can make me an intelligence check if you'd like to figure out.
I would like to do that before I step in any further.
I mean, it seems safe. As you smell it, it doesn't, cause any issues to you. You seem to be still standing without any issues.
I guess the dice confirm what I'm going to do, so I'll step right in.
Certainly. Matthias and Brant, you can continue.
No, that's it. I let him go.
Zoom.
As he lets him go, I brush up to Brant as we all walking down to Cade, and I say to Brant, I think I'm starting to brush off on it. You know, it's bad when I'm the one worried about dead bodies and Matthias is indifferent to all this death.
Yeah, we all have our blind spots.
I just keep going.
I think Jens is gonna like throw up in his mouth, like kind of like fall on one knee. Finally, like registering the quite literal body horror that was exposed to him not 5 minutes ago, and then also this like continued discord among the group.
Certainly.
Well, I'll just continue walking in.
The rest of you all also smell this faint smell of rotten eggs and kind of very like light. Yeah, don't go that far, buddy.
As I'm gonna peek around, I was gonna slow everyone down. But
As you as that happens, you do smell this, and you see this kind of like light haze of yellow. As you are approaching here, Mr. Lysander, you do see this kind of altar set up here on the left-hand side. The altar itself appears to contain what looks like humanoid skulls and bones piled around it. The top of the altar actually covered with dozens of half-melted candles made of black wax that are currently unlit. You'll notice that this kind of north wall here is also collapsed. And looking at these, you still kind of see this kind of faint yellow haze around it as well.
I'll quietly walk forward. Do we hear anything going on or no? Or is it, if it's
Not yet. No.
What about if I take a step right here?
Nope.
What if I peek around the corner?
Certainly, if you peek around the corner.
Shit, wait,
So
I'm
there's like a yellow. Yeah,
peeking.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. What would you like
So
before?
there's like a yellow haze. The smell
Yes, that
rotting?
smells like rotten eggs.
Where is it? Where is it? It's like around here.
It's literally everywhere.
everywhere.
Uh-huh.
How assaulting?
What?
How strong is the smell?
It's pretty faint here, where you guys are.
Okay.
Is there any lettering on the altar?
Certainly, if you approach, I will say you can approach as Lysander's about to experience what he's experiencing.
Sure.
Lysander, as you decide to creep forward, you need to make me a stealth check, Senor.
You don't want to just keep mine from moving?
Nope.
Just kidding.
Different stealth check. That was for opening a door.
I got you.
Jeez, Meister over here.
As you look over and look inside, you see eyes staring back at you. What appears to be on a table looks like a woman, a corpse, a woman, like a corpse of a woman. Next to her appears this woman who's kind of leering over her, kind of sapping what appears to be energy of some sort. And as she looks up at you, she says, "Oh, hello. Oh, more friends to partake." And as this happens, you guys will all go into initiative. You also see this guy.
What the fuck?
Could we hear voices from where we are or no?
You all will certainly hear the voice that I just explained earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me know when you guys are all in.
Do you guys hear the music like that too, or is that just me?
Yeah,
Is
it
Oh, I
was,
don't hear it. I don't hear any.
mine's a little laggy. Is that what you're hearing?
It just keeps
I
like
did-
skipping in and out.
Yeah, it did that for me a little bit.
Oh, I don't hear any.
No,
You got to. I had to turn it up quite a bit. Oh, now I can't hear it. Never mind.
yeah, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it real quick to see if it fixes the issue.
I could actually add to it, to be honest. I'm a little scared that way. It's a 25.
Yeah, with the 25, you can tell that this woman was definitely doing something with his body. Looks like potentially putting stuffing something into the body itself, as if like stuffing a turkey, essentially. Except this was a human body that she is stuffing something into. What appears to be herbs are sticking out in different parts of the body, and you'll notice that there's several stitches different parts of the body as well. As
Did that in your notes, Jens? Just kidding. Sorry.
as she laughs, she says, "Guess you should take care of them now." And you see this kind of guy looks towards you, Lysander, as you approach. Murko, you guys all hear this information from the other room.
Okay. I will run up. The music is much better for me, by the way. I don't know
Yeah,
about you guys.
it just got fixed for me too.
We'll run up. Okay, I see. I'm going to cunning action dash and make it up to there.
Certainly.
Here, rather. What do I see here?
You see something very similar. This woman stuffing something in, and as she looks at you, you see this kind of weird-looking guy who appears to have chains on both of his arms and carrying what appears to be a lantern of some sort. You also notice that on either side of him appears to be hanging these two kind of skulls made of iron that appear to be flails of some type.
And then what about over here, though? And this looks like a creature as well, right? Or not?
Oh, certainly. It looks like a lot of creatures, actually. As you look here, you do see what looks like skeletons of rats that are, like, manifesting and looking like they're about to jump onto you as you approach.
Okay.
Perfect.
It's not what I was hoping for. But I'll make a green flame blade attack, or a booming blade attack on this entity of rats. And if it doesn't count as, if it counts as multiple creatures, then do not add the sneak attack. If it's one creature, then add the sneak attack. But 19 to hit.
Certainly, it does count as one creature, technically. So it will count the 12. Very nice.
Okay. Then my
You
dash.
skewer a bunch of skeleton rats. Congrats.
Okay, great.
Rats.
This was 10 feet. I can get. I will. Yeah, I'm gonna use the rest of my dash to. Oh, I guess I have 20 feet. So this is 10. Yeah, okay. To run away. To there. Yeah,
Certainly, you can run away. That is completely fine.
and that is my turn.
Cool. Anything else, Murko?
That's it.
Do you see this guy, this weird guy with the flails, smiles a crooked smile, and then you see what looks like a mist surround him as he teleports between both of you. Murko, you hear the sound of a clinking noise behind you as the kind of iron skull flail dangles and clinks against his robes. And vis-a-vis, you also notice this guy pop up beside you, who was not beside you before. And he will take some attacks. He will miss his first. He will hit his second, however. As he misses his first attack on you, Murko.
But both attacks are on me?
His first attack is. His second attack is on Lysander. Lysander, as this guy teleports behind you, he will hit you, dealing 13 damage. 8 bludgeoning and 5 necrotic. Matthias? You see this weird-looking guy teleport and appear between your friends?
From here, I should have a clean shot on him.
You certainly do.
Hit him with the old 15 to hit. Firebolt.
Certainly. As you cast this, you notice the wax candles in front of you start to light. But yes, you do shoot that way. Certainly, you do hit him as well.
Sick.
That'll be in a sexy little 8 fire damage.
Very cool.
That is the turn, baby.
Zook.
Seeing this guy poof into thin air between my buddies here, I'm just gonna get out my bow and shoot at it.
Certainly.
Dirty 20.
I'll hit. Nice.
7 damage.
Anything else for you, Zook?
Think with like we're bottlenecked in here. I can't really see beyond Lysander, so I don't know what's going on beyond that. So I think I'll just stay where I'm at.
Certainly. Brant.
Alright, first I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm going to move forward on this corner here, and I'm gonna hit this guy.
Certainly. Hit.
10 damage plus 2d6. God damn it.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And then he needs to make a strength saving throw. Strength 12.
Yeah, he does not, but that's okay. Anything else?
Yeah, so he didn't make it.
He does not have to do it.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. And I can't move through him, can I?
You cannot.
Okay. Then that's it.
Okay. Lysander,
Am I flanking him right now?
you are?
Nice. Well then I'm gonna pull out my double-bladed scimitar and just kind of like stab behind me right there into his back.
Mm-hmm. Roll with advantage.
Yes, sir. 13.
You see what looks like a purple essence coalesce around him as you try to stab him, grabbing the rapier and protecting him from your attack.
Alright, and I'll use the other side. I'll just kind of like spin it around and try and slash him on top.
Certainly.
That's a little better.
That'll hit.
This is the D4. This doesn't take in the sneak attack though.
Correct.
So there's that.
Roll me a perception check.
Nice. And I'd also like to use Whales of the Grave. And I want to hit that other chick.
Certainly. You can tell he's not dead yet. but he looks close.
3 damage on the lady over there.
As she gets hit, with a 17 perception, you notice it does not do very much.
Classic. She is. Okay. Outstanding, and that is going to be my turn.
Certainly. At the end of your turn, she smiles at you. You think anything you do will change the end game? Murko will take all of you. She will deliver us all as Murko has promised. And as this happens, she will cast something. You see what looks like a blue essence fly by and slam into the wall next to you. And then a second one will hit you. I believe. Let me just double
18 AC.
Okay. It will not. It also hits the wall, and you see the wall itself appears to be rotted where it's been hit.
Interesting.
Double checking something. Yep. Okay. Jens.
I'm gonna walk 15 feet here. You said the sky is not looking so hot.
Certainly not.
Can I see past them? I think my lighting is like up.
You can see what you can see, my friend.
Sick. Past.
You have did you recast light? I don't
No, I
know.
did. I probably like would have like being so dark, but like
Being blind.
fucking blind. But like
Yeah, this is actually what you
still,
should be seeing because I had adjusted something.
what I see.
Whatever you're seeing now is what you should be seeing.
Okay. Cool. Not looking so hot. I'm told dead on this poor fella.
Certainly.
That's like
Yes. You do notice that the toll the dead to you seems to hit him, but doesn't seem to do anything.
I have nothing else to do. But I will here.
Okay. Yappers.
Can Yappers get to where Murko is, or no? Right?
He can step in and then step out, but he will provoke an opportunity attack in the case.
Mm. He's just gonna. I don't know. This is a spot he can stand on with this altar there.
Yep, those are steps.
Okay. He's just gonna be there and growl.
Nice.
Growl menacingly.
Trying to be intimidating.
We like it. We like it. Swarm of rats will come around the corner, and they're trying to go after our friend Lysander.
They will take the D8 from the booming blade.
Yeah, you want to roll that for me?
Oh, baby.
Excellent. You see several of the rats kind of fall off as they continue towards you. And they scramble trying to bite you, but apparently can't. At the top of the round, you hear her laugh, and as you're looking, she appears to put something in her hand, and a glowing fireball appears as she stares at you, Lysander. And with that, we are going to take our break. So we'll take a 5-minute break and be back here at 12:30 my time, but essentially 5 minutes. Yes, so as the fireball forms, she throws it at your group, landing directly on top of the Skull Lasher, and everybody except for, pretty much everybody needs to make a saving throw here.
Yo, that fireball ping is cool.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Is that even me? You said?
Everybody except for Zook and Matthias needs to make me a saving
What's
throw.
the save?
Dex, please.
Um.
Don't I have a rogue
Uh,
thing for deck saves?
Can I
Not yet.
use my inspiration for this deck save?
Wait, yeah, I have a thing. What is this? Why do I have it? Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. It should be this one. It's the same. Wait, I have a situational bonus. What is it? Why?
Dice don't lie.
Where does that come from?
I'm gonna
Alright.
use inspiration for this deck save because I'm just terrified.
Fair enough.
Holy God.
Oh boy. Y'all not good at dex saves, huh?
I thought I was.
It's fine. I'm
Unfortunately
resistant to this. It's all good.
Murko and I should be.
Quite unfortunate. Matthias? Oh, you don't need to.
It's like I thought it was under the circle.
I'm missing some people. Zook?
Yappers.
You said
Oh, sorry.
Said Zook, that's-
Yappers. Sorry, brain's doing well.
okay.
Yappers.
So you didn't for me, but I didn't think Yappers was. I didn't pay attention to Yappers. All right.
No worries.
What about the rats?
They're rolling. They rolled actually already. Okay, I'm gonna roll this publicly so you guys get to see the damage.
That'd be a lot.
Because literally every single one of you failed. So there you go.
Oh.
That's about right.
Yeah, but that's halved for me.
Correct.
I do as well.
Yappers does as well.
Not good.
Certainly not great. I believe Brant is still up.
Is he ends up?
Oh.
No.
Jens is certainly not.
Agreed.
With
Just in
that-
time for my turn in the initiative order.
Just so you know, that was her one and only legendary action that she has.
You can't not take that. The whole group lining up for you like that.
Yeah, sorry.
How do I whisper? Go ahead, sorry.
You all notice the people are alive. Brant, I think you would be able to see around the corner. You see that what she just did has kind of caused half of her arm to become what looks like just pure bone from the exertion of this ability.
Damn, okay.
As the rest of you kind of gather your thoughts here, you do notice most of your friends have gone down, but many enemies have also gone down, so pluses and minuses. Murko, go ahead and roll me a death save. To GM, please.
Yeah, how do I whisper that to you again?
Slash GM roll, and then space 1d20. Certainly. Matthias, your turn.
He's going to get down, breathe into Yen's life anew with 6 healing.
Holy moly.
Jens is alive!
Take the...
And then he's fucking hopping right back. That's the turn.
Zook?
Zook seen Yappers go down. He's gonna come up here and cast Cure Wounds.
Certainly.
Nice.
Nice. Yappers is back.
And I'm just gonna stay here for now because I can't see what else is around the corner.
Brant.
I'm going to move here between these two. And I'm gonna give Cade 5 HP back with lay on hand.
You can certainly do so. Cade, you're back up with 5 HP.
Outstanding.
Then I would like to rage.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to take the rest of my movement to get here.
Cool.
Do you need to wait till you rage though?
Why?
I don't know. I thought rage you have to do damage or attack or something. No.
No, if I don't get attacked or do damage by the end of my next turn, then it ends.
Okay.
Yeah. Certainly, Lysander.
So, laying on the ground, you know, my clothes are a little burnt. I wake up, pat them off real quick, and get up, and I'm gonna jump up in the air and just downward stab into this chick with my double-bladed scimitar. Wow, my spider's shooting little webs. Oh wait, I didn't roll for him.
Nope. I don't even know where he is because you've not been describing what's happening with him.
He has been on me, but a 5 would kill him anyways, so he is dead.
Doomed. Absolutely doomed.
But
yeah.
yeah,
You could definitely go try to stab.
I'm gonna 10. Does that hit?
That definitely does not.
I'm doing it with the other side.
That also does not hit.
God Damn. That's me. I end right there. Oh.
Glennis looks at both of you as you approach, smiles. Half her arm clearly turned to what looks like pure bone, and she grabs with her other hand what looks to be a silvered skull, kind of flail similar to the other guy, and will attempt to hit you, Brant. And will miss both attacks as they clang effortlessly against your armor. Jens.
Remind me, I can't, if I have a spell that's a bonus action and spells that are actions, I can't spells, correct?
Say all of that one more time.
The answer's
So I gotta,
the answer's no. If you
yeah, right.
make a
That's what I thought.
leveled spell attack as a bonus action, you can't use a leveled spell as an action.
Use a
Correct.
cantrip though, and a level spell.
You can certainly do that.
Ah,
Yeah, you can cantrip. Yeah.
good. Fuck. Dick fuck. What to do? Grudge. I gonna cast blind deaf her.
Certainly. Go
Blind
ahead and
her.
cast it. On save. She's not horrible at these. She apparently is horrible at these.
Oh yeah.
She is blinded.
Nice.
So she can't see, automatically fails ability checks, requires sight, attack rolls against her have her attack roll. And then I'm gonna spare the dying.
Certainly. Yeah, Murko, you're not dying anymore. Congrats.
Feels good.
Then I will move here. Cool.
Cool. Yappers?
What to do with him? I struggle with this all the time. Appers is going to, let's see, 10, 15, 20. I cannot see what he sees. That's the problem.
He sees in the room that a woman is surrounded by two of your friends and definitely within range if he wants to attack.
Is he within range at his pack attack or his pack, whatever it's called?
Tactics.
Yeah, so that way he gets advantage.
Certainly he will have advantage if he attacks her. He already does because she appears to be blind. She's like grabbing her eyes as if she can't see.
Okay. All right. Well, oops. I guess I rolled the whole thing. Is the 18 hit?
Does,
Or-
indeed.
What I rolled an 18?
Yep.
For 6 damage.
Mm-hmm. And what is the strength save about? You can remind me.
It's a DC 11.
Or
The
not
creature. And knocked prone. Yep.
Yes, Yappers successfully bites her, knocking her to the ground as she is now knocked prone as well as blinded.
Retconning, I can't spare the dying cast. Blindness, definitely. So,
Murko, you
Sorry.
are not spared.
sorry, sir.
It's okay. I was gonna roll lawyers myself out of it. Don't worry. I was definitely gonna say something.
Speaking
It's
of,
like, do I know
Murko,
how this works? Yeah.
it is your turn.
/ GM roll.
Yep.
Okay. Oh no. That's that's not it.
That is certainly not it. Just okay. Matthias.
I was not to the GM, by the way.
Oh shit, my bad.
Goes to pick up dead homie.
Time to get up. Time to get going.
Yes, Murko, lucky you. You had somebody save your ass. You're back up with 13 health.
That was the
anything
thought
else?
that.
Yes.
Go.
Matthias, anything else?
No, that's the turn.
Cool. Zook, your turn.
All right. Can only get about this far. And I will shoot her with my bow.
Shooter.
So I get advantage on that, right?
Not with ranged attack.
Not with range. Okay.
Not how that works.
But she's blinded. Attacker. But she's blinded?
Well, she's blinded and
Attack rolls
prone.
against the creature have advantage? Oh, but she's
But
prone.
she's also prone.
I believe
Oh.
prone negates the
Yeah.
I see.
because it's a disadvantage to hit somebody while they're prone with a range attack.
I see.
You would think it
Knowledge.
would be the opposite, right? Like they're staying still. Like, but either way, I rolled a 24.
Yeah, I mean the 24 will hit, so go ahead and roll it. Nice.
6.
Not dead, but she does take the hit.
All right.
Brant.
All right. I'm gonna take 2 attacks
Slam slam.
because she's on the ground and blind. So
You got advantage. For sure.
all right.
That'll hit.
21. I'm gonna put a divine smite into that.
You certainly can.
So 9 plus where is it?
How would you like to do this, Brant?
So I'm gonna. She's on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm. She's like-
I'm going to.
Yeah. Yeah, she's on the ground.
I'm going to chop off that bony arm, and then drop both my axes, and snap her neck.
Oh,
Jesus.
certainly, you can do all the above, and you do. She dies, and you are met with the gory sight that occurs as the blood starts draining out of her. You see it just kind of melts into what looks like a black pool. She was definitely not as human as you may have thought.
Can I still take my second attack, but pivot it to the corpse on the table? I just want to eviscerate that thing. I don't want it. I don't want it coming back. I don't want it being part of a ritual. I want it gone.
Oh, but I actually cast some words, and it's freaking the end of the world, huh?
You could certainly do so.
Murko better have some words about this.
Because it was definitely like opened up and like stuff was being sewed inside, right? It was not a saveable person.
No. It was definitely not a savable person.
All right, cool.
Anything's possible with magic, okay, Brant?
That hit
Yeah,
15.
I mean, a 15 will hit, so whatever damage you want to roll.
Ugh.
Huge.
You managed to chop off a bit of the hair off the top of this corpse. Matthias, as this woman goes down, you can roll me a perception check, please.
I'm not perceiving anything.
Holy shit, dog. Okay. Murko, you can also roll me a perception check.
You don't even notice your own shadow.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, you guys don't see anything.
My passive perception is 15. Does that help?
In your area, yes. You will notice that the where you lit the torches, there does appear to be some writing on this altar.
Is it in the language I understand?
If you'd like to walk up to it, you can. As you look, you see in common, rise and be counted.
That's not ominous.
Well, what are all you doing? What would you all like to do? Brant, as you look at the body, go ahead and roll me a perception check or investigation. Yeah, you don't see anything, dog.
Jeez.
No one notices anything about anything.
To be fair, I just wrung the life out of this woman with my hands, so I'm not exactly looking around.
There are no bodies, are there? Everybody disintegrated, sort of, more or less.
It definitely the two nearest to you disintegrated for sure.
Okay.
What happened to the lady we were just fighting? Her whole body just disintegrated. So like her arm that was bony, did that disappear?
No, it's still there. Her body's still there.
Okay.
Brant did do some damage to her, but she didn't disintegrate.
Okay. Empress is gonna go gnaw on the bone.
Certainly. As you are looking at these candles, you notice that each of the candles have names written on them. And as you look closer, you notice a familiar name on one of these candles. Matthias. And I will send you the name.
They are not all lit. Is that right? Although maybe Murko didn't know either way. But
Um,
I think his
they
fireball lit them.
are not all lit, but many of them are now lit since the firebolt lit them as it passed over them.
okay.
I think
Haha,
Jens is
I'm
gonna...
in danger.
Nice. Jens is just gonna go and check on Matthias. Seems to be running off these days. Wants to be in line of sight of Matthias.
hanging out for an hour, casually. How do y'all feel about just vibing, you know, in those dungeons? It sounds like a great idea.
Smells like fucking eggs in here.
Matthias is giving you the dirtiest look at the sound of waiting.
Taking a closer look at the body of the woman that Brant eviscerated. Not the woman on the table, but the woman who fireballed us. What does she appear to be? And is there anything on her person of note?
You can certainly roll me an investigation check.
Can I go listen into this door as well? See if I hear anything on the other side.
Mm-hmm. As you do so, you do not hear anything, but you can roll me a perception check.
That doesn't matter.
I think Jens is just like waiting for Matthias's lead, actually. So that's why he's quiet.
While Matthias is looking over the candles, he'll see Jens out of the corner of his eye. What do you want?
What? To kill more Mordlock? And then Emmerich? Shall we?
Murko, as you're looking over the body, I will send you what you find.
Okay.
Matthias doesn't say anything. He just kind of walks up and moves past you.
Pissed him off again, Jens?
What'd you say?
Did you piss him off again, Jens? What happened?
I fear that I don't know if I could make him more pissed off.
What was on the table? What was he telling you about?
Oh, he didn't say anything. I mean, what, they're candles, right? I don't know.
When Jens and I glance at the table or the altar that he left, do we see anything of note?
Just the body itself. Nothing really significant.
You mean the candle altar, right?
Yeah, the altar.
Oh, the candle altar.
Presumably, yeah. Matthias stormed
We'd probably
off.
look. Yeah.
And then like, okay, we're gonna look at it.
Matthias, go ahead and roll me intelligence for this.
Straight or?
You can take your pick of history, traits. Yeah, history or straight.
They're the same modifier, so I'll just do it straight.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
You can't quite tell what's happening here.
That's so annoying.
As the two of you look over, you do see that there appears to be writing on these candles, but you can't tell what it is from where you are.
Candles with writing on them, Marco? I don't know. I feel like Jens wouldn't be really obliged to investigate unless Murko showed continued interest.
Sorry, I had it off screen. Yeah. So we looked and we failed, and you said it just looks like candles.
No, there's writing on the candles, but we haven't like investigated further, right, Billy?
Correct. You have not looked. Like Jens doesn't want to approach, so it's up to you, Marco. If you
Okay. Yeah, Murko does. He wanted to before the fight started. Matthias may have reacted, maybe not. He's in a mood. I'm definitely going to go and investigate further.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jens would follow him if he's going up.
And then you will also find this, Murko, on your lovely body. I sent it to you.
Yeah, I'm seeing what. Yeah.
Oh, I have one more. It
Oh,
appears
okay.
to be a note.
This is all from the body that I just inspected.
Correct.
Okay.
As you approach, you do notice the names as well, which I will send your way. They're written in common.
While you do that, I'm going to turn to Jens while we have a quick moment and say, Jens, listen, I got some PTSD here.
See that
Matthias
yeah.
is under extreme duress. Brant, our normal man of our anchor of stoicism, has put his own life on the line here. I think we're going to need you to hold us together here.
I think Jens will throw up in his mouth again at the thought of assuming more accountability. Like choke back, you know. Right. I'll like look Murko in his eyes and kind of searchingly to almost like as if it almost of like an insight check to kind of like clock, you know, is Murko actually trying to like be supportive, or like is he saying this out of like, you know, a desire for strength in Jens, or is it, you know, just a general kind of, you know, supportive word, or is he really like needing this?
You perceive a...
If you want, I can roll.
Yeah, roll it.
I see it all.
Yeah, you see it all. You perceive genuine worry, anxiety, fear, and also faith in Jens.
Word.
Also, Murko, as you get all the items I described, can you roll me a history check?
Yes. And Jens is standing at the table. Oh god. Of course Murko failed another history check.
It's with advantage, so you're okay.
Oh, okay. Is this happen? Can I finish my thought, or is something happening?
No, continue.
So as Jens, you clock that. I'm going to. Did you get the list of names, Jens? Because if not, I'm going to.
I did not.
I point your attention to one specific candle lit on maybe the side of the altar that says Reya Mantlemorn.
I'll turn my attention to what you're showing me and like stare at it, and then like look at the other candles and see if there are other names that I'd recognize. I'm still waiting for the list.
Yes, you do not recognize any of these names. But now you have the name.
I'd step back into the room where everyone is, and approach the table. Hey, listen, I found this key. And I put it on the table. It came off of her, pointing at the dead body next to Brant. On the floor, not on the table. And it's got a symbol on it. And I point to the symbol. I say, I think this was the symbol was on the wall back there. I don't know exactly what it means or what this key is for, but I've got a feeling, we're going to need to put it to use. What did y'all find in that other room with the door on the or the presumed secret door when Zook had fun with the armor case? Did y'all find anything?
Well, we found the door, but we didn't open it. So.
Cade, you hear anything beyond that door? What's the move here, folks? Do we want to turn back and try that secret door with this key or check another one, or are we going forward?
Well, real quick, is this body on the table still like opened up?
Yep, same as you found it.
Can I just like take all the herbs and the ritual stuff and just like pull it all out of the body and dump it on the floor? I just want to separate those two things.
You can certainly try. As you do so, however, you notice it starts leaking a kind of viscous gas into the air as you start taking the herbs out of different parts of its body.
You're gonna poison all of us.
Do you continue?
I pause for sure. Does anybody know what this is?
I mean, do we see the gas flowing out? Well,
Anyone close to him would definitely see the gas coming out of the body.
well, are we all close to him? No? Except for Lysander, maybe?
I
Or
would
I
say
guess he'd be closer.
Lysander and Jens.
Okay.
Matthias, you are not really like directly within this area where he just like pulls out a few herbs and the gas comes out. But definitely Murko, maybe even Zook would kind of see this gas coming out of the body. And as you do so, you do smell the smell of rotten eggs seems to get more intense.
I don't know what that is, Brant, but based on your previous experiment, it might be more desecrated paraphernalia.
All I know is I'm hesitant to leave a ritual even partway completed.
It's got stuff coming out of it. You sure you want to keep messing with it? Do we
No.
know what that
I
gas
have
would be?
my fair
Or
share of cursed gas.
Can you cleanse it?
You can certainly roll me an Arcana check if you'd like to figure out what the hell this gas is.
Oh.
Brant, thinking through similar things, or maybe things you've heard about bodies being tampered after they've been already dead, you would recognize this to be something called corpse damp gas. It is actually a necrotic gas that can infect both the minds of people and the dead themselves and cause them to be reanimated. As you are looking at this body and understanding what the process was here, you can kind of get the idea that maybe the internal organs of this body were basically being utilized as kind of like a vessel of some sort for this corpse damp gas. And as you look around, you also notice that there appears to be a kind of iron vat that's attached to the wall. and it has several tubes leading into it. And you would assume that maybe that is where the good corpse damp gas is being stored.
So, so I'm gathering that the body is like filled with it currently,
Correct.
and it fucks with your head if you breathe it in, and animates corpses.
Yes.
Okay. That does not leave me any more sure what to do. Because I
There's
don't
only
know how it'll
something Brant
react.
can decide to do here. So.
Maybe we should go ahead and just leave this room.
Yes, I mean, why would we stay?
I mean,
Move forward
Yeah,
or check the secret door. I think those are our options. No.
There's a door up here, right? I presume.
There is certainly a door in front of Cade that he was listening at.
listen, before we get going, too, I mean, I kind of I want to cleanse this thing as well, if it's possible. But there's this note, and I think it's what we're looking for in terms of the evidence. And I put a note down on the table. I just put it in DIA notes. Listen, this is kind of the smoking gun. I don't know who TK is, but according to this,
What the fuck?
it explains what happened to Elturel, or at least the tip of the iceberg. It says the Duke of the city has been taken as a prize for hell in the defeat of Elturel.
does anybody know where Bantham per Manor is?
Is that the? That wasn't the place you were going for the party, was it?
No, but DM, that is something I would know of, right? In terms of what part of the city.
Correct. You would know it's actually the same area that you are going for the party.
Perfect.
And you found this note on the body of the disintegrated woman, or the body of the woman on the altar?
I point to the woman on the ground just past this table next to on the left of Brant. The one who fireballed us.
Ah. Well,
And I know we're down here for a completely different reason now, but at one point we were here to secure evidence to, implicate what's going on with this cult. This is the evidence that Zaj and them were looking for.
Keep moving.
Agreed.
I'm gonna walk over to the door.
Murko, as he walks over to this door, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
This is not going to go well.
Okay. Yeah, you walk over to the door, you opening it?
No, not yet. I'm gonna talk to Cade, see if he's heard anything.
He is not.
what
Can I
is?
just like look around to the outside of the door and the handle, just sort of give it a once over?
Certainly, you can do so. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Matthias and Jens, since you saw Murko put down this key on the table and point out the symbol, you guys can also roll me history checks.
What about a symbol? I'm sorry. What did you say?
On the key. I said there was a symbol on the key from earlier in the dungeon.
Jens, you do remember there being a symbol on the wall as you passed into this area. Pretty much as soon as you opened the door and led into the square, you remember it being on a
Well,
wall.
this symbol was on a wall. We passed earlier, no?
Yeah, definitely.
And the key was also on this seems to have been proven out to be an important woman creature. Maybe that's our door.
Yeah, maybe the way forward isn't through there. Maybe we backtrack a little and test this key out and then come back. Brant,
I
Matthias,
think it's a great lead.
you two
Brant, looking at the door, you did not see anything that stood out as a trap.
Okay.
Certainly, you open the door. See what you see. As you look into the room, you do see another stone sarcophagus with some kind of destroyed, what appears to be kind of rubbled walls on either side.
I'm gonna cast light. My fucking self. Sick of it.
You certainly can cast light.
Please, dear God.
As you peek around the corner, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Certainly. Yeah, you look around and you see what looks like several pale bodies of what appears to be humans in kind of filthy black robes. You see that there's a torch in the middle of them, and you do notice that there's a stairwell to your left. Go ahead and roll me an insight check. You see one twitch, and as he does so, you see that the other ones are moving to look at you, and you guys are back into initiative.
No.
What a
What if-
surprise.
What if I
Oh
simply choose
no!
not to roll initiative? What happens then?
Oh
What if I simply
no!
say I do not initiate?
I want him to be
Are
quiet.
you just gonna like let them do their thing? I guess.
I'm not initiative. I do not initiate. I choose not to initiate.
Roll it for the purpose of doing whatever you want to do outside of what they're doing. As they get up here, you do notice that they look very similar to the other guy you fought earlier.
Oh, they're standing up now?
Uh-huh.
Damn it.
Let me know once everybody's in the initiative order.
Done.
Also done. I think that's
I'm
everyone.
done. No.
Go.
Oh, fuck me.
This guy runs up to you and will take an attack with what looks like a
Miss.
skull.
Question mark?
And he does hit you,
Damn it.
doing 5 bludgeoning damage.
Outstanding. Smacks me right in the face, and I
You fall down to the ground.
fall back, and
Uh,
my words just reiterate in everyone's head real quick. Hey guys, let's just chill out for like an hour, you know?
Jens, you hear the sound of movement and a clanging noise as somebody gets hit over the head.
I am so gravely disappointed that we didn't backtrack. God damn it. So I hear movement, I hear a clanging. I'm gonna shout like, Brant, what's up there?
Spookies.
Cookies?
What?
I don't know what they
Spookies.
are.
I think is what he said.
Cookies? I heard cookies. Maybe I just want cookies.
Oh, great. I will approach the spookies. And now that I see the spookies, ooh, I hate everything now that I see the spookies. I am going to occupy your space to cast a spell. Is that possible?
You certainly can.
And I'm gonna. I really hate this. And you're already. And I see fucking Lysander down, and I just like fucking shake my head. God damn it. How could this happen? Again. Man, son of a bitch. What am I here? I think I hate everything. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands. That's what I'm gonna do. See how that goes.
Over.
I've
Lysander?
already added it, don't worry.
What? Well, you're on the ground and it's a cone. So I figured it'd just go
It's
above
okay.
you because
It's
you're on
okay.
the ground. Because these people are standing. Is that logic entirely flawed?
Just forget about me, it's fine.
I think it's a little
Is
flawed.
that logic flawed? Oh.
I am double checking something.
It's a cone.
Cone.
So here, and it
It
spreads
is
into a cone.
flawed. The
But I don't have to.
It's not just... It's a freaking...
It's 3-dimensional. It's
Yeah,
not
it's a
2-dimensional.
3D figure.
Yeah. It'll
Well-
certainly hit him if you do that.
Well,
You
Can I
could
just
angle
cast
it
it
towards the wall
upwards?
and hit 2 of them. I will allow that.
sick. That'll do.
Okay.
I was envisioning because it's a cone, I would use like the bottom of it to hit stuff. But you know,
Yeah,
whather you
but
want to
the
do.
bottom of it,
I like
the
that
bottom
idea.
of it is round, so you'd only hit like 1 if you were aiming it that high.
Yeah, that's the only.
Why would
problem.
that? But I can choose what angle it goes at, right? So like, you know what I'm saying? But
but it's a cone, so its cross section is a circle.
yes. But
Let's
if
just,
it's
let's
a
just stick with
cone-
hitting the 2 of them on the side.
I'm allowing you to
Or
hit
hitting all
into it
3.
on the side.
Or all three, and I take one fail. Not a big deal.
One of them will get hit. The other one will take half damage.
Cool.
You see one almost get completely destroyed, and then the other one looks like he doesn't hurt as bad.
Very cool. And I will do nothing. That, as I am out of things to do.
Murko, you see this blast of fire erupt from. You do have to step back, by the way, ends.
Cool.
Murko, you do see this blast of fire erupt from Jens into the other room.
Okay. I will cunning action dash 40 feet. Oh my goodness. Okay. I will.
Also, which one is like almost cooked of the two?
The one on the right side is almost cooked.
Cool. Thank you.
That's not knowledge I would have, right?
Well, he's cooked, so maybe he looks more cooked. I don't know.
More cooked, confirmed.
At any rate, I miss. So, whichever one I meta selected, I missed it. That's my turn.
Yeah, that 9 does not hit, unfortunately, but that's okay.
Okay.
Brant, you saw everything?
I'm gonna go stand on top of the down boy here. I'm gonna take an attack on.
Certainly.
Actually, no. I'm gonna attack the one against the wall first.
Certainly.
Let's go.
That will
Nice.
100% hit.
Oh. Time, it's doubled.
It is doubled.
So that's 10 damage.
He ain't dead.
He ain't dead?
He looks close, though.
No, I'll save the rest of my shit. And then I'll attack the other guy.
Certainly. That'll hit. Yeah, how do you want to do it?
I'm gonna just decapitate him. Just like take a swing at the guy on the wall, just spin sort of sideways and just lop it off.
Very sick. Anything else for you,
Yeah,
Brant?
like it is very clear to anybody watching that Brant is going harder than usual. He is being messy.
Love it.
Sick.
That's it.
You will certainly have to move off of our friend Lysander, but you can definitely, yeah. The Necromite goes and we'll take a hit towards Murko and miss. Yappers.
Yappers is going to have to dash. And we'll end there.
Certainly. Zook.
I will come in here and I guess I'll not knowing who's done what, and whatnot. I guess I'll attack this one here.
Certainly. That'll hit. You see him get impaled by your arrow, and he slams into the wall dead. Anything else?
That's all I got for now.
Matthias, the man who's not initiating.
I am not initiated. I'm gay.
I think that's
Uh,
irrelevant in this particular
What?
situation.
You would think that as a straight man, wouldn't you? I am going to give myself. Oh no, wait, I can't yet. Never mind. I'll skip my turn. I'm not gonna do anything. Actually, I'll move forward. Kind of look, take a little peek. Oop. There we go. Okay, that's my turn.
Certainly. Lysander, go ahead and make me a death save.
Yes, sir. Can I use my special death save dice?
You certainly can. You just need to message me.
Oh, well.
This. Jens.
Let's find out why I can't do this on my character sheet. Yeah. I'm gonna walk forward, see what's going on, see that there's only one man left. I'm going to get a decent angle on this fellow and then hit him with a crossbow. Or hope to hit him with a crossbow.
Hit him with the crossbow. Actually, will hit. Surprisingly, and he will die. If you have any special description, or you can give it to me and I can describe.
I will give it to you.
As you shoot into his chest, it cracks, breaking inwards, and the blood spilling out as he's flung backwards, dead. And with that, you guys are out of initiative. As things settle, what would you all like to do?
As that blood from the... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying I'll hit Cade with a cure wound.
Okay.
There we go.
I was
There we
definitely going to do
go.
that. That's exactly what I was going to say.
I was about to do the same thing. We all lay our hands on Cade and cure him.
I definitely
50.
was not hoping nothing. Anyways.
Everyone starts talking, investigating.
And then I'll use the last charge on my axe and get one spell slot back.
Certainly. As this happens, a creepy, quiet stillness enters the room, and you feel kind of a cold feeling on your back. Matthias, coming from the other room, you get the feeling that something's wrong. As you leave the previous room, you see the door behind you close, shut. And that is where we'll close our session for today.